Hey guys, what's up? I am back with another speed test. So in this video, we will be checking out the performance of the Galaxy A53 5G against the 3-year-old Samsung Galaxy A51. And this phone is powered by a Samsung Exynos 9611 SoC with 8GB of RAM, while the new A53 5G is powered by a Exynos 1280 SoC with 8GB of RAM, and this is almost a 1-year-old phone. A54 will be launching soon in the coming months. So on the back we have quad cameras on both phones, and you can see, and the camera layout is got much bigger as compared to the A51 in 2 years. So on the A51 we have a 48 megapixel main camera with a 12 megapixel ultra wide with 5 megapixel macro and a 5 megapixel depth sensor, while the latest A53 5G has a 64 megapixel f1.8 with optical image stabilization main camera. Also we have a 12 megapixel ultra wide and a 5 megapixel macro and a 5 megapixel which is a depth sensor. So we only have an improvement in the main sensor. Also the back on both phones is made of plastic, and the frame of the A51, as you can see, is rounded, while A53 5G has a completely flat back, and the frame also is made up of plastic, and the frame of the A53 5G is more flat. So on the bottom we have headphone jack on the A51, which is missing on the Galaxy A53 5G. That's a really disappointing thing. Also we have single speaker versus a dual speakers on the Galaxy A53 5G. Also we have IP67 water and dust resistance, which is missing on the A51. And the interesting thing is that both phones is running on latest One UI 5, which is based on Android 13. I accidentally pressed the power button on the A51. So I am really excited to see that how is the Galaxy A53 5G is gonna stack up against the 3-year-old Galaxy A51, which also has the same software as the A53. So without any wasting time, let's get right into it. So guys, both phones is completely off. So now let's start off with the Bootup Test, and the logo is came up first on the A53 5G. And again, both phones is running on latest One UI 5, which is based on Android 13. I'm very surprised that A51 is getting Android 13 very fast. So let's see which one is faster. Exynos 1280 versus 9611 on the A51. So A53 5G faster when it comes to booting up. As you can see, A51 is taking a lot of time, and you can see, so this phone also right behind there. We only have a 3 or 4 second difference between these two devices. Now let's talk about the displays between these two devices, and both phones has a 6.5 inch Full HD Plus Super AMOLED display with a punch hole on the center, which looks exactly the same. And the bezels, I would say it is smaller on the A51, especially the side bezels, but the bottom chin it is smaller on the A53 5G. And at that we have 60Hz refresh rate versus 120Hz on the A53 5G. So everything is closed up in the background, no application is running in the background. Phone dialer faster on the A53. So now let's open settings, again faster on the A53 5G, and you can see both phones is running on Android 13 with One UI 5, as you can see. Now let's go to the display, and in that area we have 120Hz refresh rate. So now check out some more apps. Amazon Shopping with same Wi-Fi network. So A53 5G is a tiny bit faster. So now let's see scrolling, and that feels much smoother on the Galaxy A53. If you can see, huge difference between 60Hz and 120Hz. So now let's open this. That is very similar, and both phones automatically reload the Amazon Shopping. I don't know why. So now let's see scrolling again. Really smooth. No jitters on the A51, which I did not expect that. I'm expecting jitters everywhere on the A51 because this phone almost a 3-year-old phone. So now let's see some games. So now let's see Candy Crush Saga, and Candy Crush should make a difference. So A53 5G huge faster, as you can see. Instagram faster on the A53. Let's see pin out. Again faster on the Galaxy A53. Snapchat, similar result. Spotify, and that one it is very quick on the A53. Subway Surfer, Exynos 1280, Exynos 9611. So this time we have a 5 or 6 second difference between these two devices. So let me show the speakers on both phones. First on the A51, which has a single speaker. And here's the A53 5G, which has a dual speakers. For the speakers, it is miles better on the Galaxy A53, which is expected. Let's see temper and 2. So temper and 2 again way faster on the Galaxy A53, and Android 13 on the A51 is the last update. After that, this phone will not be receiving Android 14. Samsung will give you a 4 years of major Android updates versus a 3 years. So now let's see PUBG Mobile. So A53 5G is way faster. So in the PUBG, we have 4 second difference. Also in that game, we have smooth graphics with ultra frame rate versus a smooth graphics with extreme frame rate, but the gameplay is much stable on the Galaxy A53, and the 60 FPS it is not that stable on this phone. So now let's opening up the Twitter. That one faster on the A53 again. Zedge, and that one faster on the A53 5G, as you can see. So now let's see scrolling. In the start, you can see the jitters on both phones, but after some time pretty smooth, but extra smoothness we have on the A53. So last I'm launching the cameras on both phones, default camera application. Let's see which one is faster. So both phones is open the camera at the same time. So when you go to the more section, and you can see on the new A53 we have 4K 30 FPS support on both phones, but the full HD 60 FPS it is available now on the A53. So now let's look at the front facing camera. And the front facing camera it is better, more sharper on the Galaxy A53. Now check out internet browsing speed. I am using default Samsung internet browser on both phones with same Wi-Fi network. So Wikipedia faster on the A53. Let's see scrolling, and smoother on the A53. Same thing with zooming in and out. So now let's open this. That one it is pretty similar, not a big difference. Scrolling again, and a little choppy on the A51, but not on the A53. So next on the list is the Galaxy Shop. That one it is obviously faster on the A53. So now let's see scrolling, and little jitters on the A51, but not on the A53. So now check out RAM management. So both phones has 8 GB of RAM, and back in the days A51 was running on Android 10, but now this phone is running on Android 13. So now let's see how is the RAM management on this phone after almost 3 years. So phone dialer, that seems like refresh. Settings, that is still there. Amazon shopping, that is refresh on the A51 but not on the A53. Let's see Candy Crush Saga, and that got refresh on both phones. Instagram, that is refresh. Pin out, refresh again. RAM management it is little bad on the A51. Snapchat, that is refresh on both phones. Spotify, that is still there. Subwoofer, that is still there on both phones. So RAM management, performance, it is back and forth. Temper Run2 is card refresh on the A51. So let's see PUBG Mobile, that is still there, very surprising. So opening up the Twitter, refresh on the A51, I think it is a in-app refresh. So Zedge, refresh completely. And last we're back to the internet browser, that is refresh on the A51. And guys, over I have to say regarding the app's opening speed, as you can see that, and the Samsung Galaxy A53 5G overall is perform faster than the A51, which is expected, but I am very disappointing to see that this phone is performed really bad in the RAM management, while A51 is performed, I would say, okay in the RAM management, because this phone is almost a 3-year-old phone, and Android 13 it is not really optimized on Samsung phones, so that is why RAM management is not really good on the A53. In terms of the app's opening speed, in system-based application in games, you will notice a difference between these two devices. In the UI it feels more smoother, more optimized on the A53 with their high refresh rate display and a faster SoC, while on the A51 now you will see a more jitters. So on the A51 we have 4000 mAh battery size with a 15 watt fast charger, while the A53 5G has a 5000 mAh battery size with a 25 watt fast charging support, but in the box we does not get any charger with the A53. So thank you so much for watching this speed test. I hope you like this video. So leave your thoughts in the comment section below and subscribe to my channel for daily tech videos like this, and follow me on Instagram and Twitter as well, and I will see you in my next video. Peace out.